Welcome. In this video, Chapter 10, Purgatory, of Girls Frontline will be summarized. Throughout the video, there will be spoilers for the story of Girls Frontline. If you don't want to be spoiled, please go and play the game. Persica urges M4 to not leave for a dangerous mission, but M4 is determined to do so. After an exchange with Persica, M4 departs with the help of a private chopper. Persica then contacts Angie about a beacon left in the SF database, which Angie admits to doing. Persica asks for a retrieval of a surveillance file and offers payment, eventually convincing Angie to assist. Persica's other commission involves protecting M4 and the AR team, a task Angie finds challenging but agrees to. Meanwhile, M4 encounters obstacles as she tries to reach her team again, eventually finding herself assisted by Angie, who helps her navigate a military control zone. Angie encourages M4 to embrace her choices and destiny. At a Griffin outpost, Kalina receives orders to clear SF forces from outposts. Meanwhile, Persica communicates with M16 about M4's mental state, aiming to strengthen her. M4 experiences internal conflict but ultimately resolves to trust in her team and her own growth. M4 cautiously opens a door to find XM3, a fellow G&K T-doll sent to retrieve her by the commander. They embark on a freighter train towards the front line for a joint operation with the Neo-Soviet military against the SF mastermind. During the journey, they discuss M4's mission and her team's whereabouts. Suddenly, the train comes under attack, forcing M4 and XM3 into combat. Despite the onslaught, they manage to contact the commander for support. However, the situation worsens as SF forces overwhelm them. M4's resolve is tested as casualties mount. Rescue arrives from the military, led by Captain Yegor. Though grateful for the assistance, M4 is troubled by the sacrifices made for her. A voice urges her to grow stronger and face her destiny to end the war. Meanwhile, Star and RO encounter M16's equipment case and reunite with M4, who informs them of the mission to eliminate the mastermind. They prepare for the critical mission ahead. On board a vehicle en route to the outpost, Saab contacts the commander while RO nervously tries to converse with M4. M4, focused on the mission, dismisses any further search for M16. She reflects on her leadership role and resolves to prioritize the operation. As they push forward, they encounter the SF mastermind, leading to a confrontation with Star. Despite the mastermind's manipulative tactics, Star stands firm, ultimately sacrificing herself to eliminate the mastermind. In the aftermath, M4 awakens disoriented but determined to proceed with the mission. Meanwhile, the military and SF discuss their plans, with Carter orchestrating a joint operation. Angie and AK-12, monitoring communications, speculate on the motives behind the unfolding events. As their investigation continues, they prepare to advance further, intent on uncovering the truth behind the unfolding conflict. Half an hour later, Kalina patches Captain Yegor through to the command center, where Yegor informs them of the military's plan to neutralize the Parapuli virus and request protection for their equipment. Kalina questions the feasibility of the task with their limited forces, but told it's an order. Yegor terminates the call abruptly, leaving Kalina frustrated. The AR team arrives and reports their findings to the commander, detailing the discovery of a paralyzed military unit hacked by SF. RO suggests using a signal repeater to regain control over the units, but Kalina is unsure of the plan's success. Despite doubts, M4 insists on proceeding, acknowledging the risks. After a tense connection process, M4 successfully reactivates the military units, enabling them to protect the interference neutralizer. SOP and RO discuss the capabilities of the military units, while M4 apologizes to RO for her previous behavior, officially welcoming her to the team. With the mission's success, they prepare to follow the military forces to the SF stronghold. Griffin troops, accompanied by the military, advance towards the SF stronghold, engaging in heavy fire near Yegor's designated area. Despite the lack of resistance, the military's rapid movement poses a challenge for Griffin, as their slower pace leaves their flank vulnerable. RO expresses concern about SF reactions, suspecting a deliberate test of Griffin capabilities. M4 suggests activating paralyzed military units to cover their flank autonomously, receiving Yegor's approval. As they proceed independently, tensions rise amidst the absence of military units at the rendezvous point. Upon reaching the destination, they encounter SF ambushes, who are led by Judge, who targets M4 specifically. As they attempt to retreat, communication with the military proves futile, leaving them isolated against SF forces. Despite M4's resolve, she experiences a debilitating sensation, allowing SF to close in for capture, led by the Mastermind's orders. General Carter receives orders to observe as Mastermind is lured out, but a distorted voice warns against premature action, emphasizing the importance of the unfolding event. Meanwhile, the AR team faces a dire situation as they resist SF bombardment while waiting the commander's assistance. Amidst the standstill, M4 suggests sacrificing herself as bait for the team's retreat, prompting emotional exchanges among the members. Ultimately, they reaffirm their unity and resolve to face the threat together, with Aro's potential backup neural cloud offering a glimmer of hope. As SF forces close in, unexpected reinforcement arrives in the form of the Carcano sisters, providing a temporary reprieve. However, M4 suddenly collapses as her neural cloud faces a massive surge of traffic, leading RO to rush her to safety. In a flashback, M4 recalls a mysterious voice guiding her actions, hinting at her awakening and the need to meld with another entity. Despite her confusion, she finds herself compelled to follow the voice, driven by a sense of inevitability. In a surreal landscape, M4 converses with a clear female voice, expressing fear and uncertainty about what lies ahead. The voice reassures her that facing her fears is necessary for understanding the future. M4 expresses a peculiar fear, feeling as if it's real, to which the voice hints at a previous rejection of an entity called the Girl. The voice reveals that M4, once controlled by an artificial personality, now has liberated will, enough to accept the Girl. M4 hears a distant youthful voice, and meanwhile in the physical world, M4's team coordinates a mission, struggling with unexpected challenges. Back in M4's mind, the youthful voice engages M4, offering guidance amidst confusion. Suddenly, RO interrupts, alerting M4 to a hacking threat and urging her to resist the illusion. Despite the chaos, RO vows to find and save M4. In a flashback, Persica awakens M4 in a laboratory, introducing her to her comrades such as M16, STAR-15, and SOP-Mod Mark II. Memories flood M4's mind, mingling with the voices urging her to resist her return. As M4 struggles with her identity and reality, RO persistently encourages her to resist and return, emphasizing their bond and the support of their allies. Despite doubts about her own autonomy, RO remains determined to save M4. As M4 begins to understand, they're separated by a sudden disturbance, leaving M4 alone in silence and darkness, reflecting her inner turmoil and uncertainty. The voice returns in this surreal space that M4 is in, guiding her through a journey of self-discovery. As she falls into a daze, the voice prompts her to confront fragments of memories, hinting at a shared past. With uncertainty and curiosity, M4 engages in dialogue with the voice, exploring the depths of her own mind and the significance of the memories she encounters. The voice encourages her to accept herself and embrace her own strength. A door suddenly appears, presenting M4 with a choice. Despite her inner turmoil, she pushes forward, encountering a mysterious figure who elicits compassion and a desire to help. As M4 questions the consequences of her choices, the voice assures her that free will provides alternatives, urging her to explore further. Encounters with the mysterious figure intensify, revealing glimpses of truth and the possibility of reconciliation. The figure then forcibly opens the door within M4's heart, revealing a beautiful yet sorrowful garden. As they contemplate their next steps, a jarring interruption brings M4 back to reality, leaving her disoriented and questioning what transpired. Amidst the confusion, a grim male voice beckons her to find a key as her brand new self, leaving M4 bewildered and searching for answers. In the midst of the surrounding battle, Saab confronts Judge, who's still after M4. Despite the AR team's resilience, SF forces press on, with Judge dismissing the fate of her rear troops. As the SF vanguard closes in, the Carcano sisters assist AR team, exchanging heartfelt sentiments amidst the chaos. Their presence stems from XM3's message, revealing a shared bond among T-Dolls despite the ruthless battlefield. As the battle intensifies, Sop rallies her comrades for a final stand, echoing the sentiment of keeping memories alive amidst the turmoil of war. The AR team's resolve is met with Judge's EMP attack, leading to a desperate showdown. In a critical moment, Sop and one of the Carcano sisters launch a risky attack on Judge, sacrificing themselves for victory. As the SF forces retreat, military reinforcements arrive, led by Captain Yegor, whose intentions remain ominous. Despite warnings, Yegor proceeds to the safe house where M4 and RO are sheltered, hinting at his sinister agenda. With the situation escalating, RO rushes to protect M4, setting the stage for a gripping confrontation. In a sudden twist, Yegor unveils his true intentions, initiating a deadly countdown, and shooting RO point blank in the back of the head. With the chaos around them unfolding, M4's fate hangs in the balance. In the midst of the chaos of battle, M4's fury intensifies, blaming the useful voice for her turmoil. Meanwhile, the mastermind, revealed to be named Eliza, and her agents prepare to enact a drastic plan involving the Parapuli virus. As the battle spirals out of control, military and Griffin forces face unexpected attacks, with T-Dolls turning against their own. Despite the chaos, a mysterious figure reaches out to the Griffin commander, offering assistance and urging the protection of M4 and the other T-Dolls. In the aftermath of the battle, M4 finds herself in despair, abandoned by her comrades. Amidst uncertainty, a conversation between T-Dolls hints at defiance and a potential shift in allegiance, raising questions about loyalty and purpose in the face of betrayal. In the Griffin observation post, MP41 passionately urges her comrade, MG23, not to abandon their mission against SF. Despite skepticism, MP41 remains determined to seize the opportunity for glory. A bit later, MP41 encounters XM8, who advises caution and obedience to orders. Undeterred, MP41 sees potential in defying orders to strike against SF, envisioning fame and success. However, XM8, recalling past betrayals, declines to join MP41's risky venture. Disappointed, MP41 encounters WA2000, who admonishes her for spreading rumors about the commander. MP41's efforts to recruit allies lead her to G43, whom she manipulates with blackmail into joining her plan. G43 reluctantly agrees, and they set off to confront SF. As they venture into the field, MP41 and G43 encounter some SF forces, engaging in a reckless battle. Despite G43's reservations, they press on, only to fall into another ambush. 41's antics attract the attention of Car 98K, who offers a partnership to hunt down an SF ringleader. 41 eagerly agrees, seeing it as a chance for glory. Car warns 41 to withdraw if they fail to find the target by dawn, leaving her alone in the darkness. Determined to succeed, 41 vows to impress her comrades and the commander. Alone once more, 41 contemplates her mission, unaware of 43's concern for her safety. As she prepares for the task ahead, 41 faces the reality of her reckless ambitions. In an abandoned outpost, Car and STG-44 strategize to lure out the SF ringleader, Geiger. Car maneuvers through safe zones to avoid detection, while 44 plans to draw Geiger into Car's optimal shooting range. Meanwhile, 41 and 43 wait anxiously, contemplating their mission. 41's impatience leads her to venture out, ignoring G43's warnings about following Car 98K's orders. As they explore, 41's confidence grows as she believes she surpassed elite T-Dolls like Car. Suddenly, they hear gunfire and discover a Griffin squad under attack by SF with Geiger in pursuit. 41 attempts to contact Car to inform her of Geiger's location, but is interrupted by 44's report of their plan to lure Geiger into range. However, Geiger unexpectedly captures MP41, jeopardizing their mission. 41 and 43 find themselves on the battlefield without backup, facing the daunting task of confronting Geiger. Despite the risks, they decide to take action to prevent other T-Dolls from being wiped out. 41 devises a plan to lure Gager into a trap using her dummy, which is rigged with explosives. However, Gager sees through the deception and captures 41, leading to a tense standoff. Meanwhile, Car and 44 coordinate from a distance, attempting to support 41 and 43 while facing their own challenges. Car plans to take a risky shot at Gager, but Gager's resilience and tactics thwart their efforts. Gager reveals her awareness of Car's location and the failure of their plans. With her options dwindling, 41 refuses to give up and proposes a new plan, urging Car to seize any chance for victory, no matter how slim. In a showdown between the elite dolls, Gager faces off against Car. Car's dummies are destroyed, leaving her exposed, but she manages to outsmart Gager with a carefully crafted plan. With the help of 41 and the others, they devise a strategy to take down Gager despite initial setbacks, including the loss of Car's arm. They ultimately succeed. However, 41's contribution becomes a subject of debate, as she claims credit for the victory despite her apparent demise early in the battle. Later, back at the base, 41 seeks recognition for her role in defeating Gager, but faces skepticism from her peers. Ultimately, Car offers 41 a chance to join her squad, promising to reveal the truth about her role in the battle. 41 reluctantly agrees, signaling a new chapter for the team. Meanwhile, Car and 44 prepare for the next mission, reflecting on the events that brought them together. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.